Stunning surveillance video shows a female suspect slipping out of her handcuffs and attacking an officer, all while getting booked at the local police station. Take a look.
Palm Bay police arrested Jenny Poff. Little did they know her tried to take a cop's life.
While she was waiting to get booked, she had approached from behind officer.
At some point, Poff was able to slip off one of her cuffs and made a move towards the officer right after she had her mugshot taken.
Aggressively approached Officer Rodriguez from behind and tried to choke her, at which time the officer went down.
2 cops ran to the officer's help but had to tase Poff to get her to comply.
Out to investigative reporter Meredith Sensuyo. Meredith, this started simply enough with this woman being charged, booked, coming in for possession of marijuana, giving a false name, but then it just seemed to escalate.
Right, and what Jenny Poff is saying is that she was on crystal meth. She blanked out. She had no idea what she was doing, but you can see on the tape that she actually slipped out of one of those handcuffs and attacks that police officer. So now she's facing an attempted murder charge as well as up to 24 years in prison because of all this.
Yeah, attempted murder in Florida is a life term right there. It sure can be. Dr. Tim Gallagher, forensic pathologist, medical examiner with us. She took one of the handcuffs that she was able to get out of and put it against the neck of this female officer. In doing that, if we consider this a potential deadly weapon, what are you cutting off in someone's blood flow?
Well, you're cutting off the blood flow that goes to their head. You know, you only need about 12 pounds of pressure on the neck to stop the blood flow from going to the head.
You know, to Bethany Marshall, psychoanalyst, what she's saying is that I wasn't trying to escape when I did this. I don't think you're going to agree with that, right, Bethany?
Oh, Jean, I mean, what we see with crystal meth and these types of drug-oriented crimes is we typically see overkill. We see heads being chopped off, people being tied up. Remember the guy last year we covered that he literally bit and ripped the skin off of a homeless man's face? So he was on a different kind of, but a related sort of drug. So I think what happened is she may have been in some kind of what we call a drug psychosis, accompanied by enormous amounts of rage, hatred, and energy. Now, she may not remember what happened, but she can still have intent from the standpoint that there were hateful, murderous thoughts at the time.
All right, Alex Sanchez, for some reason, I just think you're going to disagree with that.
I mean, the tape is a damning tape, and she should be charged with some form of assault. With attempted murder, I mean, she wasn't like how did we know she was trying to kill her? Maybe she was trying to escape, but when you're on drugs and your mind is distorted, you know, you could be doing almost anything.
The reason we know that there was allegedly intent to kill is because of those handcuffs. Clark Goldband, I think you've got some handcuffs right there, and we all know that anything can be a deadly weapon. Anything can be. Clark, show us your handcuffs.
Gene, we've got some handcuffs right here, and what's fascinating is, you know, they lock them on, boom. So now the cuffs are locked. This woman somehow wiggles out of one of the cuffs. At that time, that's when her arm is free. You can see the cuffs behind her back right there. She somehow wiggles out of the cuffs. But, Gene, I just want to point something out. Take a look at the floor. On part of the floor, it looks like there's some sort of mat. But the other part of the floor, Gene, rock-hard cement concrete foundation, the kind you see at a warehouse store.